Want to see something interesting? Watch this clip.
So I've seen the trend go around of people like posting childhood photos and then they'll say like, oh, where's this person? Like, where are they now? And whatever. Well, I kind of have the same type of a story, but not exactly the same. Now, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Sydney. I used to be a really big Christian content creator from South Africa. I ended up moving to Potch a few years ago. Completely fell off the bandwagon. I was in the biggest fight of my life with my religion and was definitely not in a good headspace. I was working in a super popular bar every single night, months on end. Added on that I was in a super bad relationship. Terrible. So safe to say I was not in a good headspace at all. Didn't go to church, didn't pray, none of that. Until the one night that I was working in the bar and these two girls come in. Now, as I said, I'm South African. The two girls that came in, American. They come in, immediately you hear the accent. They did not order anything. They just stood on the other side of the bar talking to me. Mind you, it was a quiet night. There wasn't much going on. So the conversation started to flow. They were telling me all about how they're there with the church group and they're evangelists and they're, doing the Lord's work in the streets. And like I said at that point, I was not in a good place with my faith, but I did actually for some reason start chatting back about it for a little bit for the first time in like months. At the end of it all, when the conversation started to like end, they asked if they could pray for me. I was like, sure, okay, try. And then as they were praying, my heart fell to the ground. They prayed a prayer over me that absolutely shook me to my core. Not because it was bad or that it was weird, but because prayer is such a powerful thing, I in that moment knew that that one prayer was going to change my entire life, and I did not want it to change. I didn't want to be out of the bar working, I didn't want to be out of the relationship, but they were praying over me in a way where I knew that this prayer would cause that. 4 months after that, I was out of the relationship, out of the bar, and even out of Potch. That was about a year and I want to say 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm about to get married in 10 days. So, to the girls, I've never seen them in my life again. I never saw them in the bar again, never saw them in the streets. Potch is also not that big, but I never saw them in the streets again. So to those girls, all I have to say is thank you. That one single prayer absolutely changed so much in my life, and I will forever be thankful for it. But I've never seen them again. If they were actually there, or if it was God's little way of sending angels down for me, I'll never know, but I'm grateful.